The Fuchs House was built in 1930 by Randolph Fuchs. First, I want to provide some general background information about the land on which the Fuchs House sits. Years ago, it was inhabited by the Quapaw Native American Indian tribe. They were forcibly relocated to Oklahoma in, I believe, 1834. On the adjacent property where the pavilion can be seen next to the Fuchs House, there were two Civil War skirmishes which took place. One was in 1864. On April 26th, the 3rd Missouri Militia Cavalry Unit did an engagement at this time. There was also a second engagement on May 23rd, 1865, near the end of the war. The second Civil War skirmish occurred on May 23rd, 1865. There are accounts of it by Captain Calvin S. Moore from the 13th Missouri Cavalry in his report. The Fuchs House and the grist mill were both built around 1930. The exact identity of the ghosts haunting the Fuchs House is unknown. There is, however, a guest book which is left out for people to sign, and many people have included their own personal ghost story accounts from within the house. The grist mill was supposed to generate electricity for the house, but public electricity came to the area before its completion in that service. Our group was the first to rent this property for the season, and because of that, the guest book had not yet been set out, so I was unable to read these previous guest stories and get a compilation of what people were experiencing in this house. I would like to hear from others who stay at a later date when this guest book is returned as to the nature of the stories of the hauntings people have been experiencing within the house. The documentation of who died on this property is unknown. We do know that there have been several murders that occurred on the Black River, which runs in the very front yard beyond the pond of this property, that people had been shot and their bodies put in barrels and left to float down the Black River. The pond out front is alleged to have several people drown in it. Exact names and identities of these people is unknown to us at this time. I will continue to do some research. The pond is supposed to be 20 feet deep, but apparently there are stories of divers having gone in there and that there are much deeper areas of this pond. One of our group members had previously investigated this location, had done an EVP session when they made contact with the ghost of a little boy named Timmy. He had indicated that he had drowned in the pond out in the front of the property. There are several locations on this property that need further investigation we had no time to conduct. The first would be the grist mill, which is adjacent to the Fuchs House. There is also a pavilion adjacent to the Fuchs property. This site overlooks the Civil War skirmishes that took place. There are also stories that during the skirmish, several soldiers died during the Civil War conflict, and that their bodies are buried in a nearby cemetery. At a later date, I will intend to look up the locations of these cemeteries and see if I can find them.
Why don't you talk to the person who rented it to? Or from?
No, that's a girl back then. Not a person.
Oh, okay.
There's a K2 meter on the ground. Can you touch it? These two electronic boxes on the ground. Are you Tim or Timmy? Can you make a sound? There's several objects out on the floor.
The antenna was moving, it's wiggling.
If that was you, can you do it again? Can you touch that antenna? I want to communicate with you. Will you please come forward? Thank you.
If that's you, can you turn it on real quickly? And turn it off? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you leave it on longer? Okay, stop. Thank you.
I'm surprised he was able to stop that quickly.
That's impressive. Well done.
Is your name Timmy? Turn it on for yes. Leave it off for no.
He may have sapped his strength. I'm getting a Morse code type. Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah.
Can you touch that antenna again? And make the lights come on? Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounded like a large, hollow object.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up.
Did you follow us in from the garage?
Can you give us a knock to let us know you're here? Loud enough we can hear?
Can you set off the K2 meters? These devices here? Can you set off the REM pod on the stairway? You did it in the garage.
Can you give us a sign? Or a sound? Okay, if you don't give us a sign, we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you for talking with us. Goodbye.
You've spoken with these people before.
Yes. My name's Ethan. And I am Wyatt. We both have been here. We've talked to you through this spirit box we have here.
Do you know about the people who've drowned in the pond? Is your name Tim or Timmy?
Okay, we're gonna walk to the water. I'm gonna turn this off on the way.
Do you remember us from in the garage? I don't know. Can you hear any of this?
No.
Okay.
I hear like faint whispers sometimes, but
Yes, yes, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
can you give us a sign? Or a sound? Okay, if you don't give us a sign, we're gonna wrap it up.
This property is owned by the Park Services and is available for rent. At the very end of the video, you will see contact information if you would like to rent this property.